I never know what's going on. This is not my job.
Does this mean the show's live now? I'm John, and tonight I want answers about fires, the Red Fox, and collusion. There's no stopping us now, because we're live.
John wants answers. Give John answers. John wants answers.
Let me know when it stops playing.
Give John answers now.
Check your calendar. If it says August 9th, 2018, then we're live. On the show tonight, we have the legendary Keith Stattenfield. Say hi, Keith.
Hi, everyone.
We'll be taking your tweets. You can tweet us today at John Wants Answer, and then we'll read them later in the show. But if you don't want to use Twitter, you can email us from our website at johnwantsanswers.com. The opinions stated here are my own, not necessarily those of my company. All right, we got all that out of the way. So let's jump right in and let's see the categories. Tonight on the show we have fire, Canadian wildlife, collusion, so long, sucker, Keith and John get it on, and finally, creepy or hilarious. All right, Keith, what do you pick this time?
I'm gonna break with tradition. And not pick the upper left for 200. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm gonna go with Keith and John get it on. Wow, 200.
Usually that's at the end of the show. Let's see what it says this month. Governor of California campaign. All right. So, you at home, if you watch every month, know Keith and I are both running for governor of California for 2022. And the people, whoever of us gets the most votes in the primary will win this contest. So,
it's like a really long contest.
it's a 4-year contest.
Well, it's more than 4 years. Well, I guess in the
More?
primary. Yeah.
To the primary,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
not 4 years. Yeah.
Because we're not going to make it past the primary. I keep telling you this every episode. You keep forgetting. You're thinking we're going to make it all the way.
At most, one of us is going to make it past the primary.
That's fair to say.
Yeah.
At most one. Right. Can you imagine if we both made it past the primary?
No, I can't.
That would be like...
I have a
would have to go
very
wrong?
active imagination, and it cannot get that far.
Something very wrong has to happen for us to both make it past the primary.
Like double nuclear apocalypse.
Like only people here in this room are voting.
Well, I'd be okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd be okay with that. That would be fine with me, actually.
So I've been hard at work.
Except for that Canadian.
Yeah, he can't.
That'd be a crime. Well, you get citizenship by 2022.
No, I think you have to have a green card for 5 years to get citizenship.
That'd be a crime then. Don't vote.
crime.
Don't vote, man.
So I've been at work. I'm not going to say hard at work. I've been at work
Okay.
on my campaign. So I have a website
Yeah.
set up. Now let's take a see a picture of my website. There.
Yeah.
So you can see at the very top. Well, first you can see the URL. It says governorofcalifornia2022.org. So whoever's running for California is going to be on this website.
Yeah, you think so?
First line says
No
about,
one goes to .org, John. I know this.
Yeah. It says about John at the very top. So you click on that, you can see all about me. Then I have this nice logo I made. I took the bear from the California flag.
Yeah. Public
It's
domain.
Public domain. It's owned by the people. And I put in big letters underneath it, JAV. Those are my initials. John A. Vink for governor. So that's the graphic I'm going to use everywhere. And underneath that, I tell people in no uncertain terms, John A. Vink is running for governor of California in 2022.
Wow.
Exclamation point. So people are excited. The internet is excited about this.
Or you're running for governor of California in 2022, exclamation point,
Yes.
which is a very large number. It's 2022 times 2021 times 2020 times 20. Because it's the factorial.
You're saying it's a factorial.
Yeah.
No. See, you're geeking out too much.
Oh.
Yeah. So then I went to...
Wait. Have you watched the show?
It's fantastic. Then I went to your website.
Yeah.
KeithForGovernor.com. Let's take a look at what your website looks like.
Yeah. Looks like that.
It looks like that. It looks like the site can't be reached because it doesn't exist.
No, it does exist.
It does exist. How come I'm
Just
getting
it went
this error?
live this morning.
This morning?
Well, we talked about showing them on the thing, so I didn't want to give it away.
Oh, well now, people watching this episode aren't going to know your
No, they can
platform.
zoom in on this. They can zoom in. See, look, just grab a camera, just zoom in. Here we go. Look at this one. See, there's my website. See, it's got a big smiling picture of me. See, smiling picture of me.
You're very
It says
shaded.
Keith Well,
It's a photo. You need these other.
it's a great photo. I look,
or take off the hat.
I look like a man that should be governor because I've looked at all of the California governors, and that's what California governors look
No.
like. They
You
look
look
like
like a man
old
who's-
men with hats.
You look like a man who's very tired from running 5 miles. Is that what you were just doing after before that picture was taken?
I think 3 miles.
3 miles.
Yeah, I think I run 3 miles. Look, I got a little logo. It says Keith for Governor! Exclamation point.
That's just like
but
a
see, in
font.
this case,
That's not even
the
a-
exclamation point is not. It's not confusing
It's not
as
after
a
a number.
factorial because it's not after a number.
I'm going to give you a hint. It's not confusing. All right. Well,
I've got a post.
you have like a blog.
Yeah, I got a blog. Reasons not to vote for John, number 17. Look, and what do we see there? What do we see there?
attacked
That's
by
a
a snake.
reason not to vote for John. It's John with a snake. I mean, that means that's practically satanic.
Wow.
You've lost a third of the
Okay.
vote already, man. I'm
All
totally
right.
ahead. I'm totally ahead in the race for governor.
In the polls so far. Okay.
I've got
let's-
analytics. Do you have analytics in your website?
No, I don't.
How about a Twitter feed? Do you have a Twitter feed?
No.
You're gonna lose. You're totally gonna lose.
I better pick it up in 4 years. Okay.
Yeah, someone may have taken John for governor on Twitter.
Let's see the categories this time. All right, Keith, what do you pick this time?
Oh, well, that didn't work. So I'm gonna go back to tradition, and I'm gonna go with fires for 200.
Fire for 200. What's that? Question. California Wildfires.
Yeah, the player was very soft this week.
Can I yell fire in the theater?
Is the theater empty?
No.
Is it part of the show?
No.
I would recommend against it.
Okay. What if the theater was on fire?
Then it would probably be okay.
Okay. Why do I keep hearing?
But they have smoke alarms and stuff.
Right.
So,
But I've heard like the law says you can't yell fire in a crowded theater. I guess if there's no fire, you can't yell it, and that would be, a violation of your First Amendment right.
well, yeah, except the Supreme Court said that speech which presented a clear and present danger,
Okay.
like yelling fire in a crowded theater when there was no fire, was in fact not protected.
Okay.
But then they revised it all in like the late 60s. So
That makes sense.
that whole fire in a crowded movie theater thing is no longer case law.
How much of California is on fire right now?
Well, geographically, not a lot, but a lot.
Like a third,
No.
or like 1%?
Yeah, maybe 1%.
That's still a lot of California.
Still a lot of California.
Yeah.
Like an area the size of the South Bay is on fire.
Wow. How many fires are there?
Like dozens.
Dozens.
Most of them are tiny.
Because I know there's
There's like 3 or 4 big ones right
big
now.
one, the car fire that
Yeah,
burned down
yeah,
Redding.
yeah.
That's happening. There's a Mendocino fire.
Yeah, there's 2 fires that are probably going to merge into one fire up in Mendocino.
And then there's
There's one outside Yosemite.
There's one called Holy Fire.
Yeah, because it's near Holy.
It's near Holy something.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. But it's cool to say Holy Fire.
Okay.
How did the fire start?
Well, I mean, one of them was a car
Uh-huh.
that overheated and started some grass. The one in Southern California, they think they arrested a guy for starting it. I don't know how he started it, but
That's terrible.
apparently, there were like 15 houses in the area, and miraculously his was the only house that didn't burn down. So, good on him for getting a good fire break. Bad on him for setting a fire.
Yeah, yeah. How about the Mendocino fire?
Yeah, I haven't heard.
No, okay. Can I drive to Oregon? Because those fires are between here and Oregon.
Well, I think currently you can, although it's pretty darn smoky.
Yeah, how is Highway
Like
5?
when are you driving to Oregon?
Well, I'm not saying I'm driving to Oregon anytime soon, but
Well,
I was going to drive to Redding next weekend to see a Styx concert, and I'm afraid Redding's burnt down. Although I heard that Styx is going to donate all proceeds to the victims of the Redding fire.
Well, that'd be nice. You should go there.
But I don't pay for tickets.
If all of your stuff burns, can I have it?
Well, that's one of my questions. We live in an urban area.
Yeah.
Now the chance of a wildfire happening here is slim, right? slimmer.
Were you watching the news last year? When like a third of Santa Rosa was wiped off the map?
Yeah. But like I feel like we're too urban. Like there's too much asphalt and sidewalks here that doesn't burn. Right?
Okay.
So I think
we have trees. We have stuff.
yeah.
We have a lot of flammable houses.
We also water all of our lawns. Like I think that a lot of the brush in the wild just goes up because no one's watering,
Well, like
grass.
25 years ago, Berkeley had a really big fire because they had all these trees.
Yeah.
And the trees were all well watered, but they were also very flammable.
Yeah.
And they just got hot, and they just
have
kept
some-
jumping from block to block. And
We had some dead like pine trees near work.
yeah,
And they would go up like that in
Yeah.
a second. So, now there's this guy, Donald Trump. I think he's a government official of some kind.
yeah.
He said that California is
TV
mismanaging
guy.
its water, and it's all going to the ocean. And that's why we are faced with these wildfires. Does anybody know what that means?
I think he's wrong. I don't think he's right.
He's not right.
Yeah, like I don't think all of our water goes into the ocean.
Oh. But we have streams and rivers that eventually go to the ocean. Do we?
Well, technically, all water eventually is probably going to end up in the ocean.
Yeah.
I mean, give it millions of years. I mean, where else is it going to go?
Well,
The
I mean,
oceans are the deepest part of the planet.
right. I mean, like all the streams in California, we are always having a drought around here. So you think all the streams just divert them to like Central California, where they can like feed the crops, and be like none left over, no water left over to go to the ocean.
Okay, but then won't the crops catch on fire?
No,
It doesn't make any sense.
They're getting the water. No. You see,
Okay.
I'm saying divert all
Yeah,
the water.
But the crops aren't the things on fire right now.
No, I'm just saying generally,
forests.
it sounds like a good idea to send water that way. Well, how do you fight fires? Do you fight fire with
Generally,
fire?
you fight fires by arranging for the fire not to have stuff to burn.
Okay.
And so you either cut the stuff that could burn down, or sometimes you set your own fires that
That burn up the piece.
are small enough that you can control them and not terribly hot so you can put them out,
That's-
but which burn up a lot of the stuff which ordinarily would burn up when the main fire got there.
Okay. So it's not like they have like a fire truck come by with fire hoses necessarily.
No.
Because that'd be,
Like a house.
for a house.
Yeah.
But for a big wildfire, that'd be
Yeah.
not enough.
They also have a really big dome that they just drop over the fire, and then it uses up all the air inside.
Oh,
Yeah.
sounds good. All right, that's fires. What do we have next to talk about, Keith? Let's see the categories. All right, what do you
I'm going
pick
to say
now?
Canadian wildlife for 200. I mean,
Canadian wildlife for 200.
I've gone back to the old ways.
Let's see an animal. What animal are we going to see today? Hey, it's a red fox.
A red fox pup is blind for its first 10 days, but in a few months can be left alone and is full grown in a year. A few interesting facts about this clever animal. Its length may be over 40 inches, but 15 inches of that may be bushy tail. A 10-pound fox can squeeze through a 4-inch hole. Its wiliness has enabled it to thrive in agricultural areas and even in city suburbs. Red foxes are mainly nocturnal and live on insects, vegetable matter, small mammals, and birds. A pair produces only 1 litter of 4 or 5 pups per year, and the average fox has a rather short lifespan in the wild. For a more complete story on the red fox, contact the Canadian Wildlife Service in Ottawa.
And we're back, and we're going to take your tweets. So, I mean, I know normally people get in their cars and leave about now because they want to beat the traffic. And they're like, oh, the one is going to do dumb stuff now. But no, we have some exciting tweets and topics later on, so don't go yet. Okay,
Stay at work, people.
Scott Canaster
Capitalism needs you.
asks us, what was that president guy trying to say about the fires?
No one knows.
No one knows.
No one knows.
Okay.
It didn't make a bit of sense.
Which of you is the bigger diva? That's you, right?
I think it's me.
Okay. will the fires ever come to the non-wooded suburban areas? It's kind of what I was asking.
Yeah.
I was thinking no. And you said Santa Rosa burned
I'm just
down.
going to say, Santa Rosa, like I know a guy whose house burned down in Santa Rosa.
Oh, that sucks. Part of Reading burned down too.
Yeah.
I thought the rural areas mostly. Won't that guy just keep lying and ignoring the law to stay president for life? I'm sure if he could, he would.
Well, let's hope not.
Yeah. When will the Manafort trial end? When there's a verdict?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that's, well, yeah.
Yeah. Who's up next? So we have, I think this Gates guy was
No, the Gates guy pled guilty.
but he was a witness. Oh, who's up next? Does that mean who's up next testifying in the Manafort trial? Or who's going to be trying
Maybe it's
next?
who's on the show, who's on the TV after the show's over. Maybe it's a name. Who's up next?
Who's up next? Oh, after this show, we have Deeper Impact, I think. Deeper Thought. Deep Connect. Deep Connect after the show. Is it true that millions of people are moving to California to vote for one of you? No, I haven't heard that. No, I don't think that's true at all.
No, you haven't heard that.
Okay. Someone who's not Scott Canaster has sent us a tweet.
Wow.
Someone we have never heard from before. Laura Dawn, I'm maybe saying her name right. What does the fox say? Is that a song?
I think it is. Yeah, I think it's
like.
like.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what the fox says.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm very excited.
I was reading earlier today, someone said foxes are cat software in dog hardware.
Fox hardware.
Foxes are cat software in dog hardware.
Yeah, I like that. I
Yeah,
like
makes
that a lot.
sense.
Yeah. We have some viewer mail in addition to the tweets. Previous, I asked the internet, what do you want answers about?
Yeah.
And we got some answers.
I got some questions. The
Uh,
answers are me. The
yeah.
answers are my job. Don't take my job away from me.
Nagla Payton said laundry. Here's what I know about laundry.
Yeah.
Make sure all your whites in the same load, colors in different load. Now, I always wash in cold water because I said that's just as good, everyone tells me, and it costs less. And you put some soap in there. First I put the soap in the bottom, then I put the clothes in, and then I turn the water on. Bleach, I have no idea how to use that. What do you know about laundry?
No more than that.
What am I missing?
Well, first of all, you should probably wash your whites in hot water.
Whites in hot water. That make them
Yeah.
whitier?
No, it makes them less disgusting.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Like it gets them cleaner.
Oh, really?
Because like soap works better in warmer water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like picture an ice cube in a bar of soap. Does it work? No. So you got to
Well,
get
the ice cube is solid.
Well, let's move it up a couple degrees.
Okay, so it's 2 degrees Celsius.
Sure.
Okay, so just above it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
Soap
not-
works better in warmer water.
Okay, I'm going to change what I
So-
do. Hot water.
Cold water, you really only need to wash bright colors in cold water.
Bright
You can wash
colors.
other stuff in warm.
Okay.
Whites should be in hot.
When do I use
Bleach.
Uh-huh.
You're using whites.
Okay.
You use, I believe, half a cup of bleach. Well, you should check your washer.
Half a cup.
Depends on your capacity.
Capacity of my washer?
If your washer. Well, yeah,
Really?
if your washer is more, you got to put more bleach in.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's a proportion thing.
I think mine's just average. Though.
You probably have a bleach dispenser. Put the bleach in there.
Really?
It releases the bleach during the right time, which I believe is the second to last rinse cycle.
I don't know if I have a fancy washer like that. That sounds
No.
really fancy.
Like I have a front loading washer.
Okay.
So that whole put the soap in the bottom thing doesn't make any sense.
Oh, yeah. Nicole Jack or Jacques.
Jackie.
Jackie? She wants answers about race cars. Now, here's my problem with this question.
Yes.
I know her to own several race cars.
I think she only owns one.
Oh, just one. Okay. She races her car.
Yes.
She's a
race car driver.
amateur race car driver. What could we possibly answer her about race cars? That she's.
Oh, I've explained race cars to her several times.
Oh, really? What have you
Yes.
said?
I have said it seems like a very expensive, silly hobby.
It's a lot of turning left, and I hate turning left because you gotta wait
What's if
for the other.
that's if
traffic
you're
in
on
the
an
other
oval
direction.
track. I mean, she
Yeah.
might race on the tracks that where you have to turn both directions.
Oh, really? Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that NASCAR the kind where they just go in a circle? Or
Yeah.
they do like the.
Yeah, you drink and you go in a circle, and that's NASCAR.
I hate turning left. I'd rather like turn right 3 times and go left once.
Well, there's no.
Well, in California, it's not so bad in California. In California, you have a lot of those
Yeah,
like
lights.
green light
Yeah.
for left for a long time. Where I come from, in Canada,
Canada, they haven't invented the
sometimes
green
they
light
have
yet.
that, but mostly they don't.
Yeah.
So like 2 cars get through every left-hand turn signal. It's terrible. Okay, anyways, we're getting sidetracked here because our next viewer mail was from Danielle Rossler.
Rustler.
It's a question, creepy or hilarious? So I think he's referring to our segment, creepy or hilarious,
Yeah.
where I tell a story about something I've done in my life,
Yes.
and then the people decide whether what I did was creepy
Yes.
or hilarious.
Yes.
And I know you always tell me it's
Pro tip,
creepy.
it's always creepy.
Yeah.
And the other way to look at it is you're creepy, and I'm hilarious.
So like I'm out of stories for creepy or hilarious. Have you done anything recently that
That's
you are not
hilarious?
sure whether it's creepy or hilarious?
Not that I can mention on television.
Okay. Are they worse than the things I mentioned, or am I just being inappropriate?
Well, this.
Okay. And then Dana Smith wrote in, I would like to know about how the war on robocalls is going.
Poorly.
Poorly.
Poorly, very poorly is how it's going.
I'm on a do not call list. Does that mean anything?
Well, it means some people won't call you.
Some people will call me or
Won't.
won't call you. But it doesn't make it illegal?
The telemarketers that obey the law won't call you.
Okay.
But it turns out there are more and more telemarketers that are uninterested in obeying the law.
I get a lot of calls on my phone, my cell phone, from the same area code as me,
Yes.
the same prefix as me,
Yes.
but then something other
Yeah,
numbers.
some other 4 other digits.
And so I think,
occasionally it's your own phone number.
I've never seen that.
Oh,
That'd be
well,
creepy.
Yeah.
The sales call is coming from inside your phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like, how could spoofing be possible? There should be technology that spoofing, like having the wrong phone number show up.
Yeah, the weird thing is the phone system is not one system, it's an amalgam of systems, and they are supposed to have agreements between them where everyone acts in good faith. And it turns out people don't do that.
Okay. We have to quickly go to the next topic. Let's see their categories.
Yeah. Is it because we spent too much time on viewer mail?
We spend a lot of time on a lot of things.
Collusion, $200.
Okay, what do we have for collusion? Paul Manafort!
Oh, Paul Manafort. You didn't get that piano fixed.
All right, who is Paul Manafort?
He's a guy.
What?
He was Donald Trump's campaign manager for 3 or 4 months, shortly, till roughly around the time of the Republican convention.
Okay, then he got fired?
26. Then he got fired.
Oh, what did he get fired for?
Well, for colluding.
Oh, okay. What is he being charged with? Because he's having a trial right now, right?
Like a bunch of things,
Yeah.
like conspiracy against the United States, mostly tax fraud.
Okay. Is this the trial of the century?
No,
Oh.
no, that I
What
think
was
was
it?
OJ.
Oh, that's OJ. Yeah. Okay. Not Michael Jackson? That could be it.
I think Michael Jackson turned out not to be the trial of the century. I think it's still
Okay.
OJ.
All right. So who uncovered these alleged crimes of Paul Manafort?
I don't know in particular, but
Was
I
it
mean, Mueller is the guy
Mueller
that's
investigation
running the
Yeah.
trial.
Do these charges have anything to do with the Russian election interference?
Yes, but not the election you're thinking of.
Really?
Yeah, it was an election in the Ukraine.
He
In
fixed
Ukraine,
the
not by Ukraine. Ukraine.
He fixed the Ukraine election?
Yeah, he was, being paid under the covers by the pro-Russian forces to subvert an election in Ukraine.
I want to be paid under the covers by the...
I don't think you do,
No, I
because
don't?
you end up on trial.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Now, Rick Gates is this guy who was testifying against Paul Manafort recently.
they were working together.
Oh, they were colluding. No, but he
Well,
turned on
I'm not
him.
sure if they were colluding, but it's like Rick Gates was the guy that did all the paperwork.
Oh. So if I had a friend like him, would I need enemies?
Well, everyone could use a couple enemies.
Really, I don't need any more enemies. I
You
have...
don't need any more. I mean, you've got plenty. I've got a list at home if you'd like.
I only know about 2,
Okay.
3,
Yeah, keep thinking.
4. I can think of 4 enemies I have.
Okay.
If you have a longer
It
list...
took you like eight
to see that.
seconds to come up with 4. I think if you devoted yourself to it, you could extend that
Send that
to
quite
a
bit.
good legal size pad.
Okay, well. So what's going to happen to this Paul Manafort guy?
Oh, he's probably going to be found guilty.
Now, this is really a proxy. Like, they're going after Paul Manafort, not necessarily for these charges. They just want him to squeal on the president. Is that right?
I think when rich people are purposely underpaying taxes, they should go to jail.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether they squeal, whether sending them to jail would let them squeal on the president or not. I mean, they are bad people who have done bad things, and bad things should happen to them.
All right. All right. Well, I think we're almost out of time. So today, let's go back to camera 2. So today we've been showing you over here pictures of Stephanie Lynn Welch. We say a sad farewell to Stephanie Lynn Welch this month. So she lived hard and fast and short. Everyone could use a little of someone like Stephanie in their lives. So for example, let's say you and me,
Yeah.
we're driving down a country road
Okay.
and we see a barn.
You okay?
And on the barn, there's a sign.
Yeah.
It says antiques for sale.
Okay.
Now, would you think to like stop at the barn and look at the antiques?
I'm with you.
Yeah, it's you and me
No,
in the car.
no.
No. See, we wouldn't have thought to do that. Let's say Stephanie Lynn Welch is there in the car in the back seat, and she sees this. She would be like, "Hey, we should stop.
Wait. Why is she in the back seat?
We're giving her a ride to
Why wouldn't? Okay.
to Utah or
She
something."
should be in the front seat.
She likes the back seat better.
Does she?
And she wants to be
Okay.
nice to you, let you be in the front.
Okay.
So then she was going to say, like, "Hey, we should stop at that barn."
Okay.
And we'd be like, "Well, okay, Stephanie."
Whatever.
But then
We're not antique people, Stephanie.
she's going to get out. We're going to all go with her. We're going to look at these silly antiques.
Yeah.
She's going to like sit in this like, bathtub, antique
thing.
bathtub, and have us take a picture of her. She's going to like pretend she's on an antique phone. We'll get a
Wow.
picture of her. We're going to have a great time. A grand old time we'd have with Stephanie, who just saw this antique store and said, "Hey, that's going to be a good time."
Yeah.
So I think we all need a bit of someone like Stephanie in our lives,
Okay.
but not too much.
Not too much. No.
So I'd say it's time to get more light bulbs, because rooms will be dimmer without Stephanie walking into them.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's our tribute to Stephanie, and now we have to add up the points for tonight's show.
Okay.
So I'd say for fire, I'll give you 200 for that.
Good. Because I answered it.
Canadian wildlife, I don't think you answered anything about the fox.
I did. I had that thing about what foxes are.
Okay. I don't think so. Collusion, 200. Sure, I'll get that. So you have 400.
Sure.
And then
Creepy or hilarious.
creepy Keith and John get it on.
Yeah.
All right. So that's 600.
Okay.
600 points you got this month.
Cash. Do I get cash?
It's not dollars, it's points. You
Wait.
save them up to buy something from our gift book later.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe we'll get a mug.
Is it on
You
the
should get a mug.
website?
Not yet.
Okay.
You don't have enough points to the website stuff yet.
Too bad.
Our next episode is September 13th.
Okay. I'll try and be in town.
Are you going to be somewhere?
Well, I don't know. I could be on a boat.
A boat? Are you planning to be on a boat?
Well, no.
Okay.
I could be on a boat.
Whoa. I think it's time for us to wrap up even faster. Stay tuned for Deep Connect. And after that, it's What the Bleep. All right. Great show, Keith.